Camry repairs, part 25.
Oops, my heart went.
Fuck!
Yep, cue great disappointment. So when I was trying to test it on the stands by going through the gears and whatnot, I found that it wouldn't go into second gear. It would pretty much just pop out of second as soon as you let the clutch out. So I had a look through a little hole in the side of the gearbox with a torch, and what I could see is that the synchro wasn't actually engaging second all the way. So something has gone wrong inside the gearbox. So we take the engine out again and start over, really. Well, gearbox wise anyway. So initially I thought it was a bearing clearance problem. So you can see here I've got this washer to try and have a look at how much space I've got to move this gear set down. Because the gear set itself, if it was a little bit lower down, it would go into gear. So I played around with that for a while. What you can see here is this is the actual synchro ring. As you can see, it's not going into second gear all the way there by about 2 of those washers. You can see the teeth there not engaging. It's just over 2 washers gap. So here's the actual synchro shift fork. The one that I had in there originally from the Camry was completely stuffed pretty much from trying to shift second gear too hard, so I replaced it with this RAV4 one. It looked pretty much identical, however, it's not. Here's a Camry one. I don't know if you can tell, but if you look at the very bottom, you can see there's a little bit more meat on the actual part where it bolts on. So, I'm gonna have to recenter the hole on this RAV4 one, and we're gonna do that by filling the hole with this little pin that I magically made appear. We actually had to cut it out of the lathe, of course, so you can see here we are cutting it out. And I'd like to say thanks to my mate for doing this stuff on his lathe. He's helped me quite a lot during this project. And here's the pin going into the fork, and then here's re-drilling a new hole. Here's a little slow-mo vid I did. So there's a 3mm and then an 8mm drill bit. After it was all cut, you can see there's the new hole. A little bit of grinding needed to be done on the top surface for the fork to go in, as you can see. And then there it is, offset. So put it back in, and now we'll retest the gears. So it's going to go down to first gear first. That wasn't really a problem in the first place. And then the moment of truth is to see it going up into second gear. After I do this, I'm going to put the gearbox all back together again, reseal it, put the transfer case back on, put the gearbox back on the engine, lift the engine up, put the engine back in the car, put the wires back on, put the axles back in, put the exhaust system back on, and then I'm back to where I was. So you can see that I've got a much better improved gap there. There's hardly anything. What a pain in the ass. Bye.